Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to the Long Island chapter of the Financial Planning Association Symposium webinar. I am Paul Shifter, president of the chapter, and I'm joined by a symposium co-chair and president-elect Craig Ferrantino, and symposium co-chair Mark Badami, as well as our chapter administrator Janet Sino. First, I wanted to thank Vanderbilt Securities, Steve DeStante, the CEO, for use of our facilities and for lending us the skill of Jenny Klein, his communications coordinator. And just wanted to mention that you are currently on mute. So once we get done with the program, we'll unmute all the phones if you want to ask a question. So please hold your questions to the end. So before Craig and Mark go on, I have a quick statement to make, and then I'll turn it over to them. I want to say how much we appreciate all our strategic partners for the continuous support that allow us to fulfill our mission. As a matter of fact, by the way, our mission is the FPA of Long Island chapter, through its program meetings and annual symposium, provides an educational and networking forum for professional financial planners, so they may provide the highest level of service to their clients. We promote activities on Long Island to benefit the financial planning profession, members, and the general public. The Long Island chapter will continue to build and retain a growing membership with a shared vision. That is our mission. 2016 for our chapter has and will be a challenging year, as we are being pressed more than ever to meet our mission's goals, while the financial planning industry absorbs more regulations from government. That is why we felt the necessity to have this webinar. We want to communicate how we can work with you going forward. So I now want to turn it over to Craig and Mark.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul. And we have Janet here also, as Paul said. Thank you, Paul, for your great remarks. We truly appreciate all your service to the Financial Planning Association and your dedication and the vision. And we're here because Paul, about 2 years ago, set up to do some changes to spruce up the chapter a little bit, and we're all part of that process. So we're very thankful to have his input, as well as start to look at some of the things that maybe we haven't looked at in a while. And so today's presentation is really going to talk about, how's our chapter look now, and how is it going to be different? And more importantly, what is it in for our sponsors? Like, why would they be interested in some of the changes? Because it's very, very exciting. Our committee has worked very, very hard, particularly on this year's symposium, to really put forth our best effort to make our symposium. As you know, the last few years we've had very, very good response to our symposium, and the quality, the topics that we've picked. And if you remember, last year we even had a speaker from Washington, D.C. talk about the upcoming changes, and in a sit-down question format, kind of like the Pershing Insight Conference, which takes place every year, except it's not Derek Jeter or Ben Bernanke, but it was also very, very exciting. It was a different format, and a lot of these changes have brought a lot of goodwill, and people feel that they're very, very excited about what we're about to do. So we're going to go through some slides with you and kind of discuss some of these changes and how it looks for you, and how we're going to give you more opportunities, because, as you know, our industry is at a fundamental change. I mean, I've been doing this for 20 plus years, and I've never seen so much change in my life. I mean, this is almost, I won't say crazy, but it's a lot to digest. Some of it may not be as severe as we think, and some of it might be worse than we ever imagined. And so we want to partner with our sponsors to get your message out to our members, so that we all can get educated on how to best move our products and get what's right for our clients. So Mark, did you have any comments before we begin? Or
No, Craig,
let's run through. Okay, let's get the slides going. Oh, okay, I can hit that button. Thank you. If you have a question, we'll save the questions to the end. We'll unmute the mics. So I'm hitting buttons and nothing's happening.
I want to mention also that we're going to record this. we're recording.
Yeah, if you know somebody, I'm sorry, we're very good, Paul. We're recording this. A lot of my webinars that I go to, including some of yours from our sponsors, I never catch live. They'll say 4 o'clock right at the market closes, and sometimes it's a bad time for me just tallying things up. So we'll have an opportunity to you'll have an opportunity to play this again at some point in the future. All right, our symposium every year, which is what we're charged with, Mark and I, it's put on a really, really great experience for them. People come for CE credits. Our chapter on Long Island has over 450 members. Most of the members are from the Nassau, Suffolk area, but we do pull in some people from Queens and Brooklyn, and occasionally from Connecticut. We've had people come, and New York City. So, and they'll come to that symposium as well. When we collectively looked at what our members had under management, it's, for all the members that we have, it represents about $10 billion in assets under management, over 150 different product lines. That's from annuities to real estate investment trusts to mutual funds to managed money. And a lot of people who have been with the FPA for a long time mention that it's like a family, that they've had 30 years of relationships. It's a type of experience where, they get on the cutting edge of what's going on in our industry, as well as have the experience of, being with each other and having the camaraderie, even though people work from different firms. So let's go on here. Okay, hit this, try it again. Okay, so the 10 billion in assets, our members include many broker-dealers, including American Portfolios and Vanderbilt, which we're broadcasting from, as well as many of the individual members from over 40 broker-dealers. We also have, RIAs, IARs of RIAs, investment advisor representatives or registered investment advisors. We have people in fee only. We have people that do a lot of insurance. So it's a very diverse group, and all combined, we say it's over $10 billion under management. We draw us from that. Good. See, I love when I talk about slides, when you write something and you're ahead of yourself there, but we just discussed it, which is great. And that's, by the way, that's none of our members right there. They're all too perfect. Okay. A lot of our members are the decision makers to people's money. They are solely responsible. A lot of them are independent, but also some of them work for various insurance companies and broker wirehouses and broker dealers. And but they are the final arbiter as to what they feel is best for their client. So you're actually getting in front of a lot of decision makers. I've been at other conferences, and a lot of times you're with a lot of good people, but they're not the decision makers. This is the one conference where most of the people attending are decision makers, and it's great. It's a great opportunity for you as a sponsor. And so we surveyed and said, why do people come to the symposium? And they said attendees want to remain current and educated. That scored very highly. They like to know the latest in various products, including changes in the products, which the DOL would come into huge hand for this year. But in the past, there have been changes to even things like reverse mortgages outside of the box, things to real estate investment trusts and how they're pricing. And this is a great way. A lot of our sponsors told us that this is a great way for them to get their word out. And the members told us it was a great way to learn what was new about each product. They also enjoyed the networking and camaraderie that emanates from having a lot of the professionals in one room, and allows for direct access to the various product sponsors. There's a lot to be said about being able to walk into the breakout rooms or into the general room and just talk to people and see wholesalers maybe you hadn't had a chance to get into someone's office, and they truly, truly enjoy that. And it also helps us to understand what other financial planning association members are doing. We get during these breakout times, people get to chat and say, hey, have you looked at this product? Or so even as a sponsor, you may not be out there, but somebody else might be talking about you, and somebody may come to your booth as a quick recommendation. So we've had a lot of networking as a result of that. So people really look forward to the symposium because it's a great way to unify all the planners in a sort of a non-competitive environment, and they're there to learn. They're spending the day, they're taking a day out of their practice to learn, and they also want to meet their sponsors and other sponsors that they're not familiar with. So as you know, we have fundamental change in our industry, so we're also making fundamental changes in our chapter. We just want to go over some of these changes with you. This Department of Labor thing has had everybody on edge a little bit, and as people are starting to read the 1,000+ pages of documents and deciphering what it actually means to their practice. And sponsors or various wholesalers, their headquarters are working on changing their products to keep it legal, so to speak, or keep their members out of trouble. And all that has to be communicated to our members, and there's fundamental changes going on. And so we've also, combined with that, we're making fundamental changes to our chapter. Let's go over those. Yes, unprecedented ways. Department of Labor. If you go to DC, you don't really, that looks like a small building. I want to let everybody in the room know, that building's huge. It's like 6 Home Depots. You would never, where's all this money go? I don't know, but that's another conversation. We're going to be working on and have some plans in place to appeal to the younger members. This Next Gen program that National FPA has been doing, it involves getting people under 40 or so, getting them interested in the business and getting them excited about financial planning as an opportunity. And that's one of the changes that we'll be looking at, is to start working on our younger members. And we have an exciting, some changes in the management on our part. And we have, I personally know we have 3 or 4 people ready to sign up under the Next Gen program so they can learn more about financial planning as a career and the Certified Financial Planner as a designation. So a lot of them are, the ones I'm talking to are in the wherever an insurance company don't have, all they see is their local, they don't see the larger picture. So that's very, very important. We also set up a mentor program. So someone who's an experienced financial advisor, investment professional, whatever you want to use the word, will be able to use a younger professional to mentor with them, and so they can understand how the profession is, what the trials and tribulations are, and most importantly, how to stay on top of product changes from the product sponsors. We also did a great job improving our website. We want to make sure that if you saw an advisor, you don't know his name or whatever, you log on to the FPA Long Island website, you're able to track them down. That's for members who you can be able to track down any other member that's out there. We're working with a committee that does strictly pro bono work, and we're aggressively engaging the assisting with the elder and aging clients. Do you want to speak to any of these, Paul, while you're there as president?
Okay.
You keep going.
Keep going. Doing a great job.
Well, I did want to add.
Yeah, sure.
We want to make our website the first place that our advisors go to get information. And by doing so, if we create a good website that's going to have that, our sponsors are going to get first dibs at getting the business based upon the fact that if they need something, a particular information about a particular annuity, they can click on one of our sponsors' products and read all about it based upon a link from our website. And by doing that, we'll also allow them to have access to take it to either a link and take it to directly to their website or directly to a blog that the wholesaler or sponsor is hosting.
Excellent. Thank you. We're also working on, not on the slide, is impact investing, because, the people are finding that there has to be a purpose to their money, that there has to be an understanding. It's not just having money or having wealth, but what that wealth could do, or how that wealth could carve out new life for someone else. And the impact investing track will be adding to our symposium this year. And this is a very quickly growing industry, and that also appeals to the millennials and the Gen Y and the Gen X. Very, very important. It's not just so much making money and having money, but what's the purpose to the money and how that money can impact society. And that's what the impact investing is all about. And we're going to have a whole track just on impact investing, which will be very, very exciting. We're going to be doing, we've done some networking opportunities where our members tell us that they actually enjoy that, just going out for a drink, socializing, seeing what other people are doing. And so that's one of the many fundamental changes of our chapter. We've had 1 or 2. We're going to be increasing that. We also have Microsoft classes in the morning for those. We actually open up the Microsoft store at 8:30 in the morning for our members, and they can come down if the sponsor wanted to come and be a part of that. That's also something we'd like to have, a little coffee, some bagels, and learn about Windows 10 or how to keep your computer safe and things like that. And we're also working on a greater social media presence. We're posting more. We have individuals writing pieces and posting it on the FPA website of Long Island, and that's also great. All right. You're going to have fundamental changes to explain to sponsors. That's very important. I heard, I've actually just called, I won't say a big annuity company, they said they're not going to have any changes until the summer. So that's, because the ruling came out in April, and I'm telling people, but this is to our listeners as well, that ruling came out in April, but the things getting into the prospectus at that legal level, that it's in that fat thing that we hand our clients, that may not come out till July or August, September. So our symposium this year will be extremely timely to help you implement these changes and to explain the changes, what it means to both the advisors, which is important, but also what it means to the clients and how these products will be better suited for the clients going forward. And little nuanced changes in a prospectus really need to be explained. And if we can't understand it, of course, it's going to be hard for us to explain it to our clients. And so we want to make sure that you have the opportunity as a sponsor to have the opportunity to get some of these fundamental changes explained to the 300 plus decision makers that'll be at our annual symposium. So, all right. So the symposium are every year that we run. Again, always had good feedback, at least the last few years I've been there. We feel it's the most efficient way to get in front of 250 plus members at one time. You'll have the ability to get the revamped product material to our members and personally explain any product changes with our members, and which I just discussed. Sometimes when you write the slides, I get ahead of myself sometimes. And some time, FaceTime for you to meet our members. That's critically important. We're told, again, in our feedback that we get a lot of the people they enjoy most, again, for the extroverts, I should say, the introverts maybe not so much, but for the extroverts, they really enjoy shaking someone's hand, even if they haven't seen them in a while or they haven't done business with them in a while. It kind of rekindles that idea. It's like, oh yeah, what product do you have? What do you do now? And it helps the producer, the decision maker, to revisit maybe some of the products, maybe if they haven't done some in a year or several years. And so the symposium is a great opportunity for you to get out there and just get some face time with them. We also offer continuing education credits. People going will be getting 17 CFP and or CPA credits and 5 New York State insurance credits. So all of those is another driver. We're not so sure if it's as strong of a driver as it was in the past, but we understand that Mark's running something on what day is that, May 18th or so?
May 18th.
And we
put out one email and
put out one email. He's got 20 signups, and this is for how many CE credits? 2 CE credits. So that's so there is still a need. We're always questioning do people really need CE? But they do, and they want to learn about your products, and that's critically important that you get in front of them. And the symposium is a great opportunity to do that. Awesome. So we want to make sure our sponsors are recognized under the fundamental changes. We're going to expand the symposium directory. We're going to give a full page ad for platinums, gold, silvers. We are instituting a new bronze level. So for your members, it's going to get a little confusing. We'll go through each and every one of those on an upcoming slide. We want to make sure that you're in any of the platinum, gold, any of the levels, the higher levels. We want to make sure you get a lot of visibility, so that the reps that you work with now say, "Oh, that's like an attaboy. That's great. I can't wait." And for the new reps, the people who don't work with you, will be excited about seeing how many times you're mentioned. So we're going to do an extra effort on that. And if we have a good keynote speaker, there are some talks about having a very well-known national speaker. You'll have a photo opportunity with them and with your logo in the background. And if you want to take that picture, let's say with a famous sports figure, you could have your picture taken at the platinum level and with some key advisors that you work with. Some of you guys could always cherish in the future. So, and we'll deliver the photos to the advisors after the symposium as an added touch. All right. We've also added, Mark, you want to talk about the Network Cafe in the exhibit area?
Sure. The Network Cafe was something we created for our top 6 sponsors. We're going to have an opportunity during the coffee break to have like a 10-minute wrap session about, or we'll have however long the coffee break is, we're going to have that session for a group of people. And again, it's going to be in each corner of the rooms, and as well as in 2 middle sections, so that you'll have like about 10 or 15 people there. And that's where the coffee is going to be also, by the way, so that they can talk to you or listen to what you have to say. And if they like what they have to say, or if they wanted to hear two speakers, you'll have two opportunities to do that during the two breakouts. So we think that this network cafe is going to be one of those things that should be a good draw for the exhibit area. It's going to have a couple of strategic, well, we have breakout areas in the networking room, and I think the networking opportunity in the exhibit area happens to be really exceptional for those of you that do networking. That the FPA networking during the symposium happens to be a good time for, as Craig had mentioned, to catch up with people you haven't seen in a while and find out what they're doing. That's about it.
Great. All right. It's a new feature we'll be adding this year, and the committee's been very excited about it. We want to make sure that you get the visibility in this kiosk station, so that you can become part of the networking cafe. So it'll be a great opportunity, and this may lead to other things down the road, but it's going to be a great opportunity to get something started and see where the conversation goes. The advisors tell us that they want to hear your conversation, want to hear your story, want to hear the changes, and maybe want to continue the conversation. And that's where it starts with the network cafe. What happens after October 28th and into November and December is going to be up to the two of whoever you're talking to. But it's just a great way to get the conversation started, and we hope that the conversation continues throughout your relationship, up to 30 years maybe. We'll see. Yeah, so the sponsorship application throughout the year, we're going to be the repository tool for members. Mark spoke to this just before, and we want to make sure that when people go to our site, if you're at a platinum or gold level, they're definitely going to see more of you. You're going to see your logo in the corner or every time they log on. And we're going to give you some space on our website, particularly at the platinum gold level, if you want to do a YouTube infomercial or just say, hey, my name is John Smith, and we have some new changes in our products I want to share you with, and here, this is what's going on. Or maybe just say, my name is John Smith, I have some exciting changes about our product to share with you. This will help you and your clients, and you need to give us a call or go to my website, and I'll send the packet off to you. And that's how it would work.
And just to add with that, Craig, when a sponsor has a product change and it doesn't necessarily get out to the membership as fast as it would if it was directly to, let's say, the website, our members would know firsthand when the change is going to happen, so that their material could be up to date, so they don't have to have a mistake made where they used the wrong kit because it was outdated. So that way, again, the fact that we'll make our website so conducive for the first place to advisor to go to, so that way they can make sure that they're having all the up-to-date material that they need for when they go on that appointment. And it'll also solve a lot of headaches later on.
Some of the other changes, thank you, Mark. Some of the other changes are we're going to use LinkedIn a lot more to disseminate information, which might be your information as well. We'll have a virtual newsletter coming out quarterly. We're also going to give discounts to people who bring a non-member. They'll give a discount on their fee and as well as the non-member coming in. And if they join the Financial Planning Association of Long Island, we're going to take $100 off their membership. So, Janet's here and she'll be tracking all of that in the future. So it's a good change. And again, we want to make sure that there's some sort of affinity situation set up so that people could feel comfortable inviting other members and get a discount off their membership. All right, so we listened to our sponsors. We've got some feedback over there, and again, I took over 2-3 years ago, and I've been listening to people, and I think that we've made tweaks here and there, and people have liked it. We started slow, and this year I think is going to be where the big changes happen. We want to partner with you to get those that news out. So let's go over to how we added another level here and why that works. So now we have a platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. Each one of those levels have different access to both our website and the advisors and visibility. So let's go over each one. The platinum is going to help pay for a keynote luncheon speaker. A lot of the criticism I had is that we're always calling the sponsors and say, hey, who do you have? And when is it? October 28th, you know, at the end of October near Halloween. Let me see what I can get. And it goes back and forth for several months, and we have programs to write up, and we have to get some things published. And one of our sponsors, again, I don't want to drop any names, but we have good relationships with all of them, which is great, said, you know, why don't you guys get a speaker and get a couple of people to sponsor it. We'll get a couple of the sponsors, the wholesalers, to back it up. And so for this year, we have a couple of names in mind, and nationally recognized either in the financial planning or in the sports field. And we're going to take that track and try and work it this way for this year. So as a platinum level, we have 6 available, and as of this date, I think we only have 3 left. Is that correct? We have 3 left. So, excuse me. So you have 6 available. We have 3 left. And the symposium for the platinum gives you premium exhibit space. You get right in there. You'd be one of the sponsors for the keynote lunch speaker, which will, if we do our job on the keynote lunch speaker, we're expecting more people actually signing up for our event, where in the past we've had in the 200s, low 200s, like 210, 220. We may, with the national speaker, we may bring in 300, 350 or so, or even more. So you'll be a part of that at the platinum level. You'll have, of course, premium exhibit space. We get to put you right front and center as people walk in. You, of course, registration will pay for 2 people. We have your name on display. You have a full page ad with your picture, a photo opportunity. FPA website, you're allowed to actually put a video. It says repository tool. You know, you actually put a video on our website for members to purview and look. You also have one of the people in the network cafe to actually network with people, and the photo opportunity with the nationally known speaker. And if you want another photo opportunity with maybe some of your best clients as a sponsor, we're going to give you that opportunity as well.
And as well as the backdrop that has the name recognition for the platinum sponsors. I believe gold might also. We're going to be bringing it to every symposium. So it's not a one and done thing anymore. It's not going to be just do the symposium and then that's it. It's going to be at every one of our meetings, at least for the full year, is going to be.
We're going to mention and thank our platinum sponsors.
Every single meeting. So you're going to have a name tag that's going to indicate that you're a platinum sponsor, and that if someone comes up to you and starts talking to you about that, they'll know to listen to you. Before we eat or before we actually start a meeting, we're going to thank our sponsors. You're going to be mentioned at every meeting. So there's 6 available. Again, 3 already spoken for. The early bird special is $4,400. That's if you register and pay before May 31st, 2016. If you're very, very interested, but you see your budget's not going to be clear until June, just give Janet a call, have a conversation with her, and she'll work with you on that. But after May 31st, it goes up to $4,900. So it's a generous opportunity to get in early, and we'll get that locked up, and we'll get things going for that. So that's the platinum level. That's the one that gets mentioned the most, photographed the most. That's the one, if you're a platinum level, our executive board will be genuflecting every time you come into the room. Let's look at our new gold. So now what you used to call platinum gold, this is the new gold. The new gold was the old platinum. So this also, there's 4 of these available. This is your tax update, economic update, and then insurance. 2 general session. 2 general session where you're getting CE. So you'll be in front of every member that comes. Also, and you'll also get recognition, prime exhibit space, and registration for 2 people, prominent name display, company recognition. And so you'll get in front of, if we have 300 or 350 or 400 people coming this year, you're going to get in front of all of those at the gold level. That's the one session when there's no other breakout. You're not competing with any other speaker. Your speaker is there front and center, and you'll be there front and center. So there's only 4 of those available. The early bird special is $3,500 if you register and pay before May 31st, 2016. After May 31st, 2016, it's $3,900. Again, if you're very interested, you want to lock in a space, you're able to put a deposit down but not do the full nut. Again, speak to Janet. We understand how people's budgets go, and we want to work with you. And the most important thing is just to communicate with us, and so we know first come, first serve. That's the key. I think we have golds. We have the
We have the tax update locked up already, so we're looking for 3 more. Is that right?
I think that's right.
Yeah, we may have, we don't have the economic update locked up yet, and nor the other insurance CE credits for the whole. So we'll work on that. So there's some opportunities there as well. So the new silver was, in the old days, the silver got you a table. The silver is now the one doing the breakout speakers. So any of the breakout speakers, there's going to be opportunities for you. There's only 12 available, and that's 3 breakout sessions with a choice of 4. So that's 3 breakout sessions during the day. This is October 28th, 2016. And there's going to be 4, the people who aren't in the General Assembly, let's say after the economic update or after something else, they'll be in these breakout sessions. And so there'll be 4 per slot, and there's only 12 available. And so you'll actually get to speak to a large number of our members for $22.50 if you register and pay before May 31st, 2016. After May 31st, 2016, it'll be $2,500. So again, a great opportunity. The new silvers get you a breakout session, and you get your product. We want it along certain lines, of course, and so it's not a product presentation, but if you're talking about real estate markets or a specific area in the real estate markets, and then mention your product, that would be fine. But we want our members to be certainly educated by attending your, and this is also where we get the, changes in Medicare Part B or changes in elder law planning or things like that. This is where a silver would certainly be helpful. And now we come to the new bronze level, and the bronze level, you get a table, registration for 2 people, and honorable mention, both in our handout flyer as well as as well as signage by your table. So that's a $1,300 and $50 before May 31st. After May 31st, we have $1,500. I don't know how many of those. We have 30 of those maybe. We have some sold already though, or we have some that's in process. So you do want to get that in there. That'll get you in there. I think we will sell out on the tables as well this year. So, all right. So important stuff. We want to get that early bird rate. You want to get in there before May 31st. I know this is the beginning of May. Cinco de Mayo. You want to make sure as you're having a tequila tonight, you want to make sure that you remind yourself to get in there for the May 31st deadline so you could save that money, and that'll guarantee you a spot at this year's symposium. And you want to call or contact. This is how you double click this link. This will take you right to you go to FPALongIsland.org. You can click there, and as you know, it should be right on the front page. It says Sponsorship 2016 Symposium and Sponsorship Register, Sponsorship Opportunities. Our email for Janet is fpali@optonline.net. Our chapter website is fpali.org. And that's actually the website we want you to, if you're a member, to find our other members, and this is what we want our members to use when they're looking for their sponsors and their names. They don't have their card in front of them. We want them to go to FPA Long Island. We'll be telling them that as well, so they can get a hold of you. That's because you're important to us. I want to thank you for your support in the past. I know, Paul and Janet and Mark and all our members want to truly thank you for being part of what we're doing here as a chapter. Again, this is a very shaky year. We sat back and said, well, we could sit there and see what happens. We could take the bull by the horns. And our tenor is to get in front of the issues and to talk about these things, and adding certain tracks like impact investing, which I think will be very, very interesting to both our advisors and our clients. And we want to partner with you. You have a message to get out there, particularly this year, with the changes in your product. And we want to have the opportunity, and we want our members educated with the latest thinking. And so this is the opportunity for all of us to partner together and truly work together to make this year's symposium, and as well as our chapter, really something we want to belong to. This is where it's happening. We had a tremendous effort to get in front of really get in front of this issue, not hide behind it, see what happens. We want to be there on the cutting edge. And as changes in regulations or things get finalized, we want to be able to communicate that to our members. So with that, anybody want to add anything? Yes, Paul?
Just that we can unmute
We can unmute people if you have questions about what we're doing this year, some of the fundamental changes. You want to give me your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you're saying. We have some callers out there, so we're going to unmute the lines right now. And we have a few minutes for this, so let's, okay, good. Does anybody have any questions? Hello.
Yeah, this is Don Poole. Do you hear me?
Yes, hey, Don, I hear you loud and clear.
Hey, great. Thank you so much. The event on May 18th, that's not the symposium. That's the symposium is a different meeting.
Yeah, so our symposium is the 1 year where all of our members get together. We learn about the latest changes in taxes, we learn the latest changes in economic activity, and as well as product sponsors, and a great opportunity to learn things about elder care. That's an all-day event at the Crest Hollow Country Club on October 28th, 2016. It starts as early as 8 o'clock, and it goes as late as 6. And believe it or not, we say, well, people would drop off. It's pretty funny you bring that up. Janet tells me that at the 5 o'clock session, there's over 100 people still there, sitting in an insurance CE class. It's pretty impressive. Okay, so what was your question?
I just came a little bit late, and I didn't know if we were talking about the ones coming up or that one. That's a great. If we wanted to have an opportunity to address one of the meetings, either the one in May or the one in June, is that a good opportunity as well? Can you just speak to those smaller gatherings?
Yes.
So Don,
Janet's here, so she's got the schedule in front of her.
This is Janet.
Great.
Yeah, the
Hey,
May
Janet.
18th. That's our chapter meeting. We do those 7 of those during the year. It's like once a month, and it's a smaller crowd. It's
A smaller meeting, not under 300.
right. That would have like maybe 50 attendees at it.
50 attendees is still a good, in my book, is a good number.
Yeah, but it's different
Absolutely.
from symposium where we get the 250 to 300 and it's all day. So the May 18th, or you were talking to me earlier about the June 15th, that's like a 2-hour meeting, 3-hour night meeting.
Okay. But it would not be uncommon for somebody who wanted to speak to your membership to do both, correct?
You could do both. Yeah, no.
We know you may get in front of more people at the symposium, but it's still a good use of your time to come and test the waters because, as you know, advertising is seeing people more than once.
Absolutely.
Putting one ad in Newsday is not going to get 1 million people to your store. You got to keep showing up, and it's a great opportunity to show up and be a part of it. Be a part of the family.
Don, I saw that you're involved with the New York chapter's event on tomorrow, I guess, May 6th. You have
That's
a
correct,
presentation
yes.
there. Yeah.
That's correct, right.
What we're talking about now, we're doing on October 28th. It's going to be a similar format as to what you're doing tomorrow. And
Got it.
our symposium, if you took the silver level, that's a breakout session, that would be similar to what you're doing at tomorrow for New York chapter. You'd be able to bring in your speaker, talk for an hour about an educational topic that might be relative to products you're using or of such, and then that would be a similar comparison.
Great.
I'm going to personally ask you at the end of the day on October 28th what you thought was better, ours or New York City's.
Okay, great.
We're competitors. Okay.
Got it. So I'll be diplomatic about it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, only the positive. No, I'm not kidding. I think we have the best. I think we have the best symposium in the tri-state area, maybe better than any nationally. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we were just at the FPA National, which was a great event for us. But your membership is a really good one, and we definitely want to get to know them. And it takes, as you said, more than one meeting to get to know someone. So looking forward to participating.
Thank you for your comments. We appreciate it. Anybody else have a question out there? All right.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I know some people need a few moments. Maybe they don't feel comfortable asking questions. We want to let you know it's all done by the hard work of our symposium committee, which are too many members to name, but they've really sharpened their pencils to get this PowerPoint presentation put together, and also the direction of where we were going. So we wanted to, I think it was a very clear and easy to understand communication. If there are no other questions, I want to thank you for your time. This will be available for replay. How do we set that up? Someone's gonna, we'll email that to you. If you missed it, you'll get an email saying if you missed our
website
presentation, we'll either email you the link or we'll tell you where you could find it on our website at fpali.org. And this will explain everything to you. So if you know other sponsors in the industry, tell them, hey, look, we're doing some great things out there. Share the words. If you sat on the presentation, thought it was great, let other people know.
Don't keep us a secret.
Don't keep it a secret. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.